Hello! Before you watch this video, these games were sent to me by CMYK, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Okay. Alright, on to the video. Bye! Oh, beautiful, oh, spacious skies, oh, I'm always so great. Oh, beautiful, for spacious skies. Hey, buddy, my eyes are down here. Look at this. The Magenta line. Ba-boom. Who's excited to cover them? I'm excited to cover them. Are you excited to watch them? Okay, well, I'm going to teach you all of them except for fives. That's just because that's a trick-taking card game, and that is on the other channel. Get out of here. But we will talk a little bit about it. It's great. Anyway, see you at the table. Get all the children everything they want. God give all the children everything they want. Figment is a cooperative game where we're just trying to find out what amount of a certain color is on this card. So you are going to get an arrow card. It's just going to be shuffled at random. We got blue, and now we're trying to find out blue in terms of how much blue is on this card. So the first one always just comes out here, but the next one, we're looking at how much blue, and we're trying to determine, does this have more or less blue than this card? We think it's more because of this big circle here, but all of these circles here feel like there's a ton of blue. We're actually gonna go less. We're discussing this as a team. And this next one comes out, and we think, oh man, there is so much blue here, but maybe not as much as that. And you can put this card anywhere, so we can actually tuck it in the middle here if we thought it had a middle amount compared to these two in blue. This next one here, oh wow, a lot of dots. We're gonna put this on the end. We don't think it's that much. And then this one, even less. That's easy. So then we are gonna slide it in there. So now, when you have 5 cards in your row here, players are going to bet on how confident they think they are in this row. So you have 1 to 5 bet tokens. We're a little nervous over here, so we don't want to do 5 or 4, but we're kind of confident about this. We're going to bet 3. So how it works now is players can choose either end to start on, and they're just going to flip the card, and on the backs of the card is going to tell us how much blue, pink, or magenta rather, green or silver is on the card. So we're going to start here because we're more confident going this way. So we're going to flip this, and now we're only looking at blue. So it says 4% blue. We're going to flip this one. We need it to be higher. 9% blue. We're doing well. Need it to be higher. 14%. Okay, here we go. Here's where we're scared. We're flipping this. 23. And then finally, what we're all waiting for, 26. Okay, that was absolutely amazing. So we did such a good job that if you get them all right, you get the chip you bet with. So that is 3 points to us. In addition, you get every card as a point. So we just made 8 points. If, forbid this ever happened, this was off. So say we weren't 100% geniuses and we had 26 here and instead of 23, we would lose this card as a point. We would lose this bit as a point because we only went increasing with 4, so we would get 4 points. You're going to do this 5 total times. You're going to move this off, so now we're looking at a different color. So we're going to do 5 pink. So boom, speed round. See if I can do this super fast. Eric Martin mode. Boom, how did I do? Oh no. Okay, let's start up here. So 33. 14. Oh no. Okay, we did really, really badly. So that's only 2 points. But good thing, since we're going fast, we only wager at that. So we don't get this. We get this. We got 5. We got 8 from last time. 2 from last time. We're at 10. So yes, we're going to do that 3 more total times. And then on the back of the rulebook, you see how cool you are. So in a normal game, we're okay. We're getting close to bronze. Challenge mode, if I could talk, is actually where you use 6 cards, I believe, instead of the 5. So it just gets much harder. That is how to play Figment. The deck in Fruit Fight is made up of a variety of cards. It's actually numbered from 10 all the way down to 1. And the lower numbers are actually less than the higher numbers. Fruit Fight is a push your luck card game. In the center of the table, there's going to be all of those fruit cards shuffled. And on a player's turn, they're going to be flipping cards over. On their turn, what they're hoping for is just not to match the same number. So a 2, that's okay. An 8, that's great. And in fact, a 10 is the best. But as they play, and start flipping more and more over. They are pushing their luck, because if they ever match a number, they are out of the round. The beauty of the game, though, is when they are flipping, they can flip the same number if they still have 3 or fewer cards left. But the second they start getting a little wild with it and they match a number, they are out. So players do have, at the start, when they are drawing from the deck, 3 free flips where anything is possible. But on that 4th flip, they match any of them, they are out of there. So the beauty is, just like a fruit, you get to seed the deck with whatever 3 fruits you first flip. And now a player chooses, hey, I have a 10, I have a 3, and a beautiful 4. Do I push my luck? No! I'm out. Those cards that they flipped are now tossed into the discard, never to be seen again for the rest of the round. But let's say the person wasn't greedy. They flipped a 9, a 10. Oh, that is a lot of points, 25. Let's keep them. If a player does not decide to flip, because that would have been bad, they get to take the cards, put them into their personal in front of an area. The crazy thing is, though, that it goes to the next player, and on their turn, they get to flip 3 just like normal. But if they ever match with someone's card in front of them, they may choose to steal that card. But notice, now this person has 3 in front of them, and if they start flipping and get a little excited, they could then lose everything. So stealing bumps your number up to have 3 in front of you a little earlier than if you were just drawing 3 from the start. But it does take away possible points from another player. Why do I say possible points? Well, let's say these 2 players have already gone and they have their possible points right in front of them. But it is now this person's turn to go, and they start flipping. And notice, if they got a number that matches and they do decide to steal from the other player, the bottom right player does not have that peach anymore. And say the top player steals the blueberry from the person, steals the pepper strawberry from the person, and they decide to stop. Well, when it comes to your turn and you have any points left in front of you, then you will bank those cards. You'll flip them, and they will be worth their face value at the end of the game. So that person did get a cool crisp 4, but now they lost all of their previous work to that player up there. But revenge is a fruit best served like a fruit, where now on this player's turn, they can start stealing from that player, because that player also only has potential points. And again, when you steal and hit that limit, you could stop right away, because they have hit 3, and if they were to flip another 9, they would bust. At the end of the game, when the deck is getting low and it's someone's turn and they get through that deck, it's over. These cards are in their score pile, and then everyone is flipping their score piles. They're counting up their values right away. So this person has 3, 4, 5, 2, 8. This person has 12 plus 7. Whoever has the most points wins, and that's how to play Fruit Fight. There are fittingly 2 types of cards in Duo. There are playing cards, which are 1 through 8, in 2 different suits, a magenta and a blue suit, and then also score cards. This is how you get points by playing certain combinations of cards from your hands. Here we have a game of Duo set up for 4 players. So you can play 6 players. It's similar gameplay. It'll be 3 teams of 2. This is just 2 teams of 2. So you're going to sit across from your partner here, and in this game, you're trying to build up your hand of cards to be able to satisfy your goals. Everyone has a private goal, and then also everyone is sharing in a public goal. The interesting thing about the goals are they have different difficulties to complete, and it's also, as you can see, worth different amount of points. Like this one here is worth 4 points, where it's a little bit harder than this one over here, which is worth 2 points. And some examples of the goals. This one here, so if it's black, it doesn't matter about the suit. This one says just the numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Whereas over here, this is either 4, 5, and 6 in all blue, or 4, 5, and 6 in all magenta. Down here, it's 3 blue numbers that when you add 2 of them, you get the next one. So like a 3, a 5 blue, and then an 8 blue, or over here, which is 3 blue cards with all the same number. Those are some examples of the gold cards. So starting with the start player, they're going to only have 1 card, then 2 cards, 3 cards, 3 cards, just as a start player setup. they are going to have 3 actions on their turn, and they can do them in any order. On their turn, they can draw 2 cards. They can either draw top deck and see whatever they get as a little surprise, or they can draw from the offer here. So this player over here, they wanted a 4, 5, 6, so maybe top decking wasn't the best because they already have that option here. So they're actually going to take this 5 as their second draw. So they're kind of done. They didn't have to do their draw first. That's just what they did. Then the card in the draw deck will come out immediately. So the players can always see what they get. They always have 3 choices of what they could get for the draw. The other thing they can do is they can pass up to 2 cards to their partner. So maybe this person drew these 8s and they're like, ooh, that's not the greatest, but this person over here needs 3 of the same. Oh, 3 of the same odd. Oh no, what were they thinking? Anyway, they're going to do it. They're going to take 2 of these 8s and they're going to actually pass them to their partner. Next is they can satisfy goals if they could. Obviously, they couldn't satisfy their private goal, and the public goal, which everyone can try to satisfy, they also cannot do. They only have 1 card with a 5. Oof. Next, going over to this player, they could, again, they could pass, they could draw, they can do whatever they want in whatever order. They could satisfy a goal and then draw. Maybe they do already have it. So maybe in this example, they need a number plus a number equals another number. So they have 6 already, maybe they draw the 4, and then over comes this card here, over there, and then now they really want maybe a 2 or something that can add, so they're going to top deck, and they've already drawn twice, so they're done drawing. They look over at their partner needs some of these cards, so maybe they actually pass them the 6 and the 8. And now coming over to this player, they have 4 cards from when they got past stuff, so that's awesome. They need 3 cards showing the same odd number. Let's say this person top decks, amazing, and they top deck, double amazing. They now have 3 cards showing the same odd number. They can discard the cards, boom, and satisfy the condition, which is so awesome. They're gonna get 4 points for their team, and they just flip it face down, put it over next to their score, and immediately they're going to get a new condition. So that flips. This one is 2 unique pairs of odd numbers. If they want to, whenever you draw and get a card, including at the start, you can mulligan it. Maybe they don't want this one because they're nowhere near completing it. They're gonna discard that and draw a new one. But when you mulligan it, you must stick with the thing afterward. So now it's 2 unique pairs of blue. Maybe they're feeling okay. If they were able to satisfy this, like maybe one of these conditions just says 2 8s, like a pair, they can do that right away because you can always satisfy on your turn. And you can satisfy, then draw, because maybe you want to draw into whatever is your new condition. You can do it in any order. And once they're done, then it will go to the next player. And flow like this is going to just continue over and over and over and over and over until one team gets 8 complete goal mission cards. When that happens, everyone is going to get 1 final turn, including the player who triggered and satisfied that 8th condition. And then at the very end, after everyone gets that final turn, you're going to count up the silver points on all the completed ones for both teams. Whoever has the most points wins. And that's how to play duos. Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Is your Hello, welcome back. So, hopefully that helped. These games are absolutely a wonderful time. 5s, hot off the presses. We obviously absolutely love this one. That is covered in more detail on the other channel, but it's great. We love it. So much to do. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking the back streets? So many fun card manipulation things. It's such a wonderful, wonderful trick-taking game, especially if it is your first. Let's flip them. Let's flip them. Figment. I love illusion. I love illusion. Besides the mind, I think it's my favorite Varsht. I absolutely love how simple of an idea it is, but it sings. It is one of my favorite games. And when I heard they were redoing it and with a co-op play mode, or way to play co-op, that is co-op, I was so excited. So this is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the art on here. So creative, so fun. Absolutely love it. It, to me, I put so much illusion that it feels like the edition I've always wanted. It actually almost feels like a fun expansion because it's like, oh, and a co-op variant. Because I think I'm biased. I personally like the competitive mode over the cooperative mode. The cooperative is really fun. I really love the betting, but I think I'm just ingrained in that illusion vibe. So I love that I can, play both ways, but also that this edition is absolutely gorgeous because I think there's a charm to illusion, but Figment, it is just something else. It is such a wonderful production. Fruit fight. I always say food fight when, technically I'm not wrong. There are foods in here. This is Push Your Luck at Knizia's hand. And I have talked at length how much I like Raw. This is fun to also play a very Knizia, very mathy push your luck game. It's cool that you always flip 3. So you get a little taste of what could be before you bust. People talk a lot about flip 7. But I think that one, you can bust on the second flip. The nice thing about this one is you don't bust into the fourth flip. There's like a nice kind of like, ooh, look at what you got here. The stealing is a fun element because it's like 1s, 2s, 3s. You probably don't want to steal. 10s, 9s, 8s, 7s. You want to steal. So I like when there's a little gray area in the middle. Also, the different player counts are wildly different feeling. I think I like most at 3. I think higher play counts, it kind of just like, the big stuff kind of just bounces around all the time, which is definitely funny and definitely thematic. It feels like a food fight. But I do think there's some great tension at lower player counts where there's like 0 sum, but still like goofy, bouncy, push your lucky, which is rad. So that is Fruit Fight. And then my favorite, well, if I had to rank them, I think, do I rank them? Is that okay? Maybe I won't rank them, but I will say I think this is my favorite. I love duos. First off, my goodness gracious. I don't know what color blue this is, but my gorscht. My Wolfgang Wurst. It is so gorscht. I absolutely am in love with the way this game looks and with the way this game plays. So what is so fun is it kind of feels like co-op rummy, or co-op, team-based rummy rather. Well, just rummy where you're on like a team and you're passing stuff, and it's so fun to like look at your partner and help them. You can just like play only for them, which feels like you're just giving them gifts. It satisfies that like amazing thing when you have just the right gift for someone on their birthday or a holiday, and you're like, oh yeah, you're gonna love that, and they feel it. You pass them what they needed, what they were struggling on, their private goal that they've been struggling on so long. You're like, boy, do I have it. Boy, do I have exactly what you need, which is so fun. The tension of the public goal. It's so clever. The fact that you only get 6 cards is so fun. It's so fun to pass your partner part of the public goal and they don't get it. And then they could pass you back what you just passed them, but you're doing that so that you can have maximum card hand size. But also it's just like a fun, good time that I've played with any age group, and just it's rummy. It's just a good time. It's so fun. I'm just waxing poetic. I love duos. That was maybe I love it so much because it's just like the surprise hit. I played team play a long time ago and it was great, but it was just like it was in an ocean of card games I played, and I didn't realize how special it was until the CMYK treatment. Oh man, I love duos. I want to play duos right now. The one thing is I played at 6 and I don't love it at 6 just because I know 4 is so snappy and you get your turn quicker at 4 and you get to interact with your teammate more often at 4. So I think at 6 it's a little slower, so I don't think I'd seek it out at 6, but I think at 4, mamma mia, Taylor loves his little 4 at duos. Wah wee wah ba wah. Anywho, that was Sumk Magenta line. If I had to say it in one word, it's Sumk. I mean, speaking of Sunk, I can't wait for number 5 and on, because these are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Sorry. Those are my initial thoughts. I don't know if I could do a full review. Those are my initial thoughts. Ooh, I think. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm gonna go to bed after I edit this, because if you're watching this when it was uploaded, this was like 4 hours ago. So, all right, good night. Bye. Thanks, MYK. Thanks. Get all the children everything they want. Coming on the children everything they want. Coming on the children everything they want. Disclaimer: this whole lineup. Disclaimer: CMYK is I got a healthy relationship to work, relationship to get my work done. I got a healthy relationship to work, relationship to work, relationship to work, relationship to work. Do you got a healthy relationship to work, relationship to work? Do you have a healthy relationship to work, relationship to work?
I learned how to do put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it backwards by listening to it. And the way I hear it is the way I say it. So you can practice with me. Is your bimimip is win yippa? Is your bimimip is win yippa?